Hey everyone, how's it going? Welcome to another Magic Arena Explorer video. So today, after our last video of playing a Jason Valky combo, we are running another kind of combo deck based on new cards from Outlaws of Thunder Junction, specifically Rush of Dread. So this is a spree card, so its base cost is 1 and 2 black, and then we can add 1 generic mana to, say, target opponent sacrifices half the creatures they control rounded up, +2 target opponent discards half the cards in their hand rounded up, and +2 target opponent loses half their life rounded up. And it's specifically the third mode that we're looking at here, because combine that with Bloodletter of Aclazotz, which is a 2/4 flying that says that if opponent would lose life during your turn, they lose twice that much life instead. We essentially have a way of just killing the opponent straight off the bat. We have Bloodletter in play, we play Rush of Dread, and they die. So yeah, that is kind of the idea behind the deck. And then it's built in a mono black devotion shell, so it is quite powerful by itself, and kind of like all devotion decks runs Nykthos to generate lots and lots of mana. So if we have sufficient devotion, then we should be able to kind of do both of these in a single turn. Also, we have a couple of Grey Merchants of Asphodel, which combos nicely with Bloodletter as well. If we've got 6/8 devotion, then suddenly we're hitting the opponent for 16, draining the opponent for 16 damage. That is pretty spicy. So yeah, there's a couple of combos going on here with Bloodletter, which just make the deck a little bit more reliable. So we'll see how consistent this is and how easy it is to make happen. It'll be an interesting experiment. So we'll just run through the rest of the cards in the deck. Unsurprisingly, being a black deck, we are running 4 copies of Thoughtseize, and we're also running 3 copies of Fatal Push. We also have 4 Warlock classes, so this is a class enchantment from the D&D set. It just helps add some additional damage to the opponent. If a creature dies, we can pay 2 to look at the top 3 cards of our library, put one of them into our hand and the rest in our graveyard. And then we occasionally will be able to pay 7 mana. It's a good mana sink for later in the game to go to level 3. At the beginning of your end step, each opponent loses life equal to the life they lost this turn. So, if the life loss we're causing them just isn't enough, then we can also use Warlock class to help finish off the game. And then we're also running 2 copies of Insatiable Avarice. Now this is in the 1-drop slot, but really it's a 3-drop. I should get used to kind of moving these around, because obviously spree cards, and this is more of a 5-drop. You kind of have to kind of pay attention to the fact that the cost is not really what it is in the top right-hand corner. So for this one, it's spree, 1 black plus 2 generic mana is search your library for a card, then shuffle and put that card on top. And then 2 black mana is target player draws 3 cards and loses 3 life. So three cards and 3 life for 3 black mana is a pretty good rate. It's kind of the opposite of the Painful Truths card in Pioneer, which cares about the number of colours spent to cast it. But that's often 3 cards for 3 life. This is just in mono black. So yeah, that's pretty good. And then we can kind of search for our combo pieces and put them on top of our library as well. So there's some good card searching on top of that as well. Then our 2-drops, we have 4 copies of Gifted Aetherborn. So not only does this add 2 devotion to the board, but it's pretty good at gumming up the ground. Pretty hard to attack through with its Death Touch and Lifelink. Then some removal, so Bitter Triumph, Shieldred's Edict, kind of classic black removal spells. 1 copy of the Meathook Massacre, just a mass removal spell that we can kind of modulate to protect our high toughness creatures. One of the things you'll notice from kind of Aetherborn upwards, all of our creatures have quite high toughness, so we will be able to kind of use the Meathook Massacre in a way that provides us with maximum benefit. Then we have 2 Liliana of the Veil and 2 Phyrexian Arena. So Phyrexian Arena is a 3 mana enchantment. At the beginning of our upkeep, we draw a card and lose a life. So a good way of kind of getting some additional card advantage while adding 2 devotion to the board. Then as well as our Bloodletters, which add 3 devotion by themselves. 2 copies of Shieldred the Apocalypse as our other 4-drop. Then we have our 2 Grey Merchant of Asphodels and Rush of Dread, which is really a 5-drop in this deck. I mean, we can cast it for its other modes, but most often we won't be, just because by the time you get to 5 mana, making them discard half their cards seems a bit meh. So yeah, that's mainly a 5-drop. I mean, if we have the mana to do more than one, then great. But yeah, often it'll just be that 3rd mode that we're talking about. Then we have a large number of swamps, as you'd expect, 14 swamps, 4 Castle Lochthwains, 2 Hive of the Eye Tyrant, Attack-Enuma, and then our 3 Nykthoses as well. So classic 24 land deck. It is quite a mana-hungry deck, but once we get Nykthos out, then hopefully we should be able to generate lots and lots of mana. Then the sideboard. So again, the sideboard is broken, just for those of you who are wondering why there's only 5 cards showing here. Hopefully, I'm recording this on Monday. Hopefully by the time this goes out, they will have fixed this bug by now. But in the meantime, so we have 1 copy of Pithing Needle, a good way of shutting down what the opponent's trying to do, good at shutting down Planeswalkers. 1 more Phyrexian Arena, so if we are looking at games which are a bit more grindy, potentially going a bit longer, then we can bring that in. We've got 3 copies of Duress, so additional hand disruption, particularly good against control decks and decks with a lot of non-creature spells. Another Shieldred's Edict, so some just additional removal, good at hitting Planeswalkers as well. 2 copies of Ashiok Dream Render. We've played this in a few decks, actually, recently. It's a good card at shutting down the opponent searching their library, also milling them and exiling their graveyard. 4 copies of Leyline of the Void, so the kind of the black graveyard hate of choice. Doesn't affect our graveyard, can potentially start the game in play. Just very, very good. 2 Path of Peril, so destroying all creatures with mana value 2 or less, and then 1 copy of Necromentia, which we can see here, which allows us to basically scalpel particular cards from the opponent's library, graveyard and hand, so good at hitting combo decks which are very reliant on individual cards, would be quite good against our deck. So yeah, it's that kind of effect. So yeah, that is the deck, Mono Black Devotion, with some spicy combos attached to it. So yeah, let's go on to the ladder. In the meantime, hit those like and subscribe buttons. Always appreciate the support, and we have plenty more content from Outlaws of Thunder Junction to come. Do let me know if you have any deck suggestions as well. I'm always interested to see what other people are playing, new cards that other people are playing. Yeah, so let's see how we go on with this. Okay, this is a pretty good opening hand. Okay, looks like the opponent's on some sort of Gruul aggro deck. Let's take their Monstrous Rage here. I think that's probably the more annoying of the cards that they've got. Not thrilled about Insatiable Avarice in this matchup, but let's pass the turn. Okay, that was quite painful. So that's Warlock class. Draw. Oh, I mean, these are all awful. I'll take a Hive of the Eye Tyrant. This is terrible. Yeah, I'm just going to have to pass here and hope they don't have anything. Yep, super dead. All because I couldn't draw an untapped land there. So let's put in Path of Peril. Take out Avarice. Apart from that, this is shouldn't be a terrible matchup for us, because we've got quite a lot of life gain in the deck. We got very unlucky there, but This will do for the moment. Hopefully we can draw some more land. Okay, the opponent's mulliganing to 4. It's a good sign. No land for me, it seems. Okay, this will be a little bit painful, but I think worth the wait. So let's grab a swamp here. Take our beatings for this turn and then play Path of Peril. Yep. Not actually out of it because of how few lands we're drawing here, but take their Gigantha. Still pretty short on the old land. What does this do? Whenever... yeah, okay. At last, right. Let's attack. Play Shieldred. Excellent, okay, finally. Right, we are on the draw. Let's replace Thoughtseize with Duress because it doesn't cost us any life. And I'm more interested in hitting their non-creature spells than their creature spells. Okay, we know we're facing down Monstrous Rage at least. Yeah, that makes sense on some level. I think I'd rather pass here and wait. Yay! Couldn't help themselves, which is good. Kill that. Discard a card. Okay, fair enough. No, they had a good answer. So let's Edict now. Make them sack one of their creatures. So, can I make them sacks half the creatures they control rounded up? Yep. Right, now let's play Bloodletter of Aclazotz. Hold off the ground for 5 seconds. How fancy am I going to be here? Let's play Shieldred. And let's see if I can just hold Grey Merchant for 1 turn. Yep, that was the right thing to do there. Okay. Good. We're on the draw again. I mean, there are 24 lands in this deck. That is better. Okay, do they take Liliana or Warlock class? These are the questions we must ask ourselves. Oh, we didn't get to Bloodletter into Rush of Dread last match. We did Bloodletter into Grey Merchant, which feels a roughly similar combo. Looks like the opponent's on mono black as well.
Enough with the mysteries. I've come for answers. Sacrifices must be made.
I think I'm going to hold my Thoughtseize to discard to Liliana here. Because I want the land to be able to play Shieldred.
You won't be outsmarting me.
I mean, Shieldred will die here, but hopefully it means they have to burn their Liliana to do it. Nope, they just have Shieldred's Edict instead. What happened there? Did they just click the wrong thing?
The others can deal too late. Nothing more. One of your friends has to leave.
Okay, looks like we're both in top deck mode now. I've seen better. I've definitely seen better. Right, well, it's a pretty good start, so let's draw 3 and lose 3 life. I can live with losing Hive with the Eye Tyrant here. Which turns out that was the correct move. Okay, that's pretty good. At least I've got Castle Lochthwain I can draw with, I suppose. I don't really want to discard anything. I'm just going to play Liliana and wait.
This might finish before brunch.
I think Fatal Push is probably the better one here. I don't really like giving them more cards, but they've got so many cards now, I don't think it matters, but... Alright, let's keep digging for our combo pieces. Okay, well that's something. So, do we have the mana to do all of this? Probably not. So, let's... play Warlock class. Stick a Grey Merchant in play just because it's some form of pressure. And we might be able to hold on to Insatiable Avarice if they just Gaia Reach Sanitarium and we draw something not as good. This is pretty grindy, isn't it? We're both drawing lots of cards. Okay, then have their own Castle Lochthwain.
When I win, you're telling me what you know about the win. Haven't you ever heard of personal space?
I mean, I could do all of the things here, couldn't I? What would I go and get? Bloodletter of Aclazotz or... Yeah. Well, let's do both. Let's fetch a... Oh, let's stick Grey Merchant on top. Okay, that's pretty spicy. Let's stick our Warlock class on level 2. Grab Bloodletter of Aclazotz. Pass the turn. Oh, there's a lot going on here, isn't there? What exciting lives we all live. Warlock class rather than Swamp, because I don't want to give them the 2 mana to activate Bankbuster.
I'm tired of your secrets.
I mean, if my hand survives, I can kill them next turn. It seems a little on the unlikely side, but... that's not a discard spell. Can you stop me? No! Ugh, the actual worst.
Sacrifices must be made.
Not sure why you do that, to be honest.
Fine, I'll take my zombie. Haven't you ever heard of personal space?
Hmm. Well, this is interesting. Interesting is the word, all right.
Whatever. Luck favors the foolish, after all.
Two mana. Well, doesn't matter because they're getting 2 mana whatever I do, so. There'll be a lot of Shieldred triggers bouncing around. That was a lot, just for everyone to remain at the same life total. I fear this is leading to a fatal push situation, but we shall see. Yeah, okay, I think we could scoop this one up now. We got unlucky there that they were able to stop our combo. But I think we have some reasonable answers. Actually, I think our deck in general is quite good against them. Let's put in as much discard hate as we can to hit their waste knots and the like. What am I trimming here? Maybe I'm just trimming Warlock class. Is Fatal Push actually much good to us? I suppose it hits crude bank busters. Yeah, let's get rid of Warlock class. Keep our number of 1-drops roughly the same. Yep. Well, take their Thoughtseize, I suppose. Ah, I see they've thought these bugged before.
I'll have this fight finished before brunch.
No thanks.
A delay, nothing more. You won't be outsmarting me.
Rush of Dread does nothing here. Yeah, we are getting trapped with expensive cards in our hand a lot. That is worth bearing in mind, I think. Yeah, they're going to hit our Rush of Dread here. Or at least they hit the right mode this time, I suppose. Okay, Shieldred, let's see what you can do for us. Well, their Fatal Push isn't online, at least. Yeah, another Rush of Dread I can't use. I would quite like to just have a sneaky go at their life total, but
Something suspicious is going on. For once, it's not my fault. Sacrifices must be made.
yeah, we got super unlucky here with the way we've drawn, and they've just had everything. I mean, they've had the answer every time.
We all have things we.
Well, it doesn't really matter. We're losing both our cards here, but maybe not. So let's make them sack half their creatures.
Drop it.
Well, I suppose we can just kill Liliana here at least. Doesn't really matter what we take.
It's no fun when they hit back.
Yeah, we feel pretty dead here, but yeah, especially with that lifelink. Yep. Ah, that's annoying. Okay, we're on the play. This is an okay hand. Not very Thoughtseize resistant, unfortunately. Yeah, I'm getting the sense this combo is very glass cannon. I don't think it's very good. I mean, let's see what we can do with... But I'm not expecting very much. Another mono-black opponent. Well, let's play Bloodletter. Kind of forces them to have an answer, and it's not like It's not like they've got anything we need to remove, so... Okay. Nothing immediate. Just another Waste Not deck. How novel. Yep. Well, he's still got an answer for that. Start smacking their life total a little. Ah, does this... Kervek. Interesting. What have they got? Nothing yet. At least if they kill my hive here, I can push Kervek. So, let's take away their fatal push. Thoughtseize is good. They go to 4. I will take their Liliana of the Veil. I think they still die here, because playing Liliana costs them 2 life. They go to 2. Yes, they can kill my Bloodletter, but then I'll just kill them with Hive.
For answers. Off you go.
Okay, good. So they're on a sort of mono-black Kervek discard as well. I wonder if they're running Waste Not. So let's put in Pithing Needle, Necromentia, and Shieldred's Edict. Leyline of the Void as well. That kind of makes their Kerveks much worse. Take out... let's take out Phyrexian Arena. No one else. Meathook Massacre can go. 4 more cards, 4 more cards. Let's trim Shieldred. Grey Merchant. Let's just focus on our main combo, I think. As I say, I'm not convinced this combo is really going to do anything. So far, I've spectacularly failed to make it happen despite my best efforts. Because Bloodletter just dies to everything. It's not like... It doesn't have the resistance of a Vein Ripper. It doesn't have the fact that it's a Planeswalker like Jace. It's pretty good. It's a shame. I mean, you probably don't want these kind of 2-card combos to be particularly good. Kind of immediately win the game combos, but would have been nice. Who knows? It could still happen. Okay, so they are a waste not deck. Fine. Well, oh hello. That makes Liliana much worse here. So let's just draw 3. Well, actually, I don't want to draw 3 because
A fight? And you think you can win?
I don't mind discarding here because I'm just giving them mana. Which hopefully they can't use. Yep. Yeah, a planes. It's exciting, isn't it? Ooh, I wonder what they're going to get. What do you choose? Bloodletter? Rush of Dread? The options are limited. Nykthos, okay. Suppose that makes sense on some level. We get a 2-2 out of it. Let's draw 3 cards. Play another Castle Lochthwain. Now I'm happy to lose my... Ooh, nice. Okay, they are currently out of stuff to do. And I've got a Fatal Push waiting for if they activate their hive. Which hopefully they will. Marvellous. Me. Right, well, let's get Leyline into play. Just add some devotion here, if nothing else. Well, let's eat half their life total. Let's say 5, then 3. If we attack, it's 8, then 4, so that makes sense. That's fine. Oh, how I wish I could combo. Oh well. So yeah, not a particularly reliable or exciting use of our combo there. Yeah, that was disappointing. Ooh, a pack to open. It's always exciting. Dust Animus. Ooh, an archive trap. Might be worth giving Mill a go in Timeless at some point, once I run out of new Explorer decks to play. So yeah, this was Mono Black Devotion. As I say, bit of a glass cannon combo. We didn't actually make it happen. We got close in a couple of occasions, but the opponent was usually able to disrupt it, which I think is kind of what you're going to find when you try and do this. Interesting nonetheless, and the kind of build around it is not unplayable, so there's probably some version of this which is actually reasonably good. This probably needs tweaking with. But yeah, no, it was fun to play, at least, if nothing else. So thank you very much for watching. As ever, hit those like and subscribe buttons if you haven't already, and I will see you for the next one.